Well, sometimes the only thing worse than having lead in your home is having to rely on the government to fix it. As Andrew Horansky found out, the process can be a nightmare, taking years in this case, Drew.
That's right, Sarah. We spoke to a woman today whose story may not be the norm, but whose experience perhaps underscores bureaucracy at its worst. We met her when we got a list from the county of homes with lead problems, only to learn that her lead problems went way beyond what we thought. It's a beautiful home on Van Aken Boulevard in Shaker Heights, which has been in Erica Neal's family for decades. Yet 4 years ago, it became a target after Neal's toddler granddaughter went to the doctor, tested high for lead, and used this address.
We didn't find out about it until we got the paperwork from the state. Telling us that she had high levels of lead and that they were going to be sending an inspector out to do an inspection of our home.
Who found lead?
Strangely enough, he found no levels of lead in her room.
Still, the family had to do something, even though the girl wasn't living there. They turned to the county for contractors, only to find the estimates were high. Their only hope? A grant through the county, which required more inspectors who found even more problems.
Now we need to fix the windows. And he said every window in the house had to be replaced.
And the grant still wasn't approved. Before they knew it, the house was condemned due to a growing list of lead violations.
It's been a nightmare. It's been a nightmare because there's lack of communication with this.
Late last year, they finally reached a deal with the county to go with a county-chosen contractor to do more than $23,000 of work. Grant money would cover 10 of it, while the Neals footed the other 13. Last week, lead remediation finally began, replacing windows, a toilet, and painting a few rooms. There's still work to do on the outside. Now, keep in mind, it has been 4 years since that girl's lead test. Once the work is finished, the state will then send another inspector to determine if the lead problem's been fixed. Only then will their address be taken off that county lead list that we found it on in the first place.
When they're trying to do everything right. And what about that little girl? Did the state ever check on her progress?
Yeah, that's a great question, Sarah. The answer to that is no, and that's what's so upsetting to this family because she's about to turn 7, and they say if this was really about her well-being, they feel that the government should have been on top of that, making sure her lead levels went down. Instead, they say this was all about forcing them into spending money on repairs that they are still questioning tonight.
Fair points. Andrew Horansky in the newsroom. Thanks.
Sure.